Hello, my friends. Welcome to this live stream. It's just me today, Rachel Archelaus. Carrie Roldan is traveling, and I just want to welcome you. Hi, Guillaume. Hello, everyone else who is here and watching on the replay. Today, we're talking about unconditional wealth. Unconditional wealth. We don't hear it talked about like that. In fact, I don't know if I'd heard it talked about before I did this intuitive art drawing. When was it? May of last year. We usually call it independently wealthy, right? I remember many years ago telling my mom what my big dreams were, and she said, sounds like you need to be independently wealthy. And I think we all feel like that, right? We want to be free from having to perform something in order to make money, right? We want money to be unconditional. We want to be able to do all of the amazing things or the small things or the restful things that we want to do and just be supported, right? And that resonates with me. It resonates with my truth. And so when I was looking for what do I talk about on this week's live stream, and I decided to use the Intuitive Art Oracle deck to find out, this is the reading that came through, and it was about unconditional wealth. So let me bring you through this reading, and then we'll talk about what is unconditional wealth, how do you access it, what does it feel like, and what steps can you take to get yourself there. I guess, first of all, I will just disclaimer, I'm not a billionaire, right? But I do feel access to unconditional wealth. I feel supported. I feel open and free enough to be able to pivot what I want to do, to focus on new things. I'm not beholden to perform one thing for my living. And I think that it's come over a long period of time where, yes, I had to do that for a long time. I've had several jobs at a time, but it's been this loosening up of where money comes from and what it is, and focusing more on these things that have really helped. So let's go through them and let me know how you feel about them. Okay, here's the reading. So, intuitive art, what should I focus on this live stream? First, I got truth, appreciation, and meandering, right? And this is like, this kind of feels like that term vagabonding, if you've ever heard that before. It's like the ability to wander, right? The ability to live out your truth in appreciation for life and just go wherever you want to go. That's freedom, right? Freedom to go wherever you want to go and to live your truth and to be appreciative of it, to feel good in your life, to feel happy. And then the second line, which I think it's even bigger. It's like, what happens when you live your truth, you appreciate, and you follow your path of least resistance is you start to really love your life and you connect with love in a way that lets it in. You start to feel loved, right? Do only what you love and you'll feel the love coming back to you. And then anything you do is working in service of you. So whether an errand, work project, a conversation with a friend, you go for a run, whatever you do is serving love and appreciation, and it's fueling and bringing back to you wealth and ease. So wealth and ease come back to you because of you living your truth and feeling and focusing on love. So it's kind of like breaking the tie that money has with work, right? Break the tie in your mind, break it in your body, break it wherever you're holding on to it. Because money is not inherently tied to anything. It is a vibration that if you can cleanly hold, it will come to you. And the way that you can sort of cleanly break that off is through appreciation and love. So that is the basis for today. And I'm excited to talk about it. I see more people coming in. Hey, Jane. I love your heart. So if you have questions like, how do I get there? What do I focus on? What are you talking about? Talk more about the concept. Let me know, because I'm happy to do that. But the basics are not revolutionary. We talk about that all the time. And it really goes back to this first drawing that I did here. I'm holding it this way so you can see the like whitish tan in the background there. This is, what does unconditional wealth look and feel like? And to me, it kind of looks like a bush with like the branches here and like the little stump there. Well, the branches are contentment, and the branches and the stump are grounding, and the leaves, like the outside of it, is contentment. So we have grounding and contentment, right? A lot like living your truth and appreciation. So when I feel into unconditional wealth, I feel very, very grounded. Money lives on the physical plane. That's the only place that it lives. It is a construct, kind of like gender. We created it. It doesn't really exist. And in order to have more of it in our lives, we need to match it vibrationally, right? So if you close your eyes and take in a deep breath and relax, you can ask yourself, body, what does unconditional wealth feel like? And kind of breathe with it and let it settle in. Body, show me the vibration of unconditional wealth. I am sucked down into my body. It is a very grounding feeling for me. But if you get an answer, let me know. How does it feel for you? There is an unlimited amount of wealth on this planet, because we can just make more and more and more. And no, I'm not getting into like conspiracy theories or anything like that. Just foundationally, we control the amount of abundance on this planet. And that means that you can have more and other people can have more. This whole like zero-sum game, it's not true. You get to be wealthy and other people get to be wealthy. And so if we start to break apart all of the limitations that we associate with wealth, it's a lot easier to allow more in, because you don't feel like you're cheating anyone else out of it. You don't feel like you're undeserving of it, where others should be having more. There's more for everyone. There's more for everyone. And no one has to give anything up in order for you to have it. That's not your really worry anyway, right? You should really focus on yourself. But I understand all of us here care about people. We all want everyone to be abundant, and that is a possibility. We can all do that, but we can only manifest for ourselves. So when we focus on living our truth, which brings us into this grounded world here, living our truth is a way to connect us with what's going on around us, right? Like, I like plants. And so you can only see a couple here, but I have a whole wall of plants right here and here. That is a part of living my truth. I eat various gluten-free, meat-free, dairy-free, garlic-free things. And that is what is in my pantry and in my fridge. That's my truth. If you walked into my house and you looked around at anything, you'd see rainbow quilts and cats and gluten-free food and plants. Like that's my truth right there. Like that is me living in this physical world. And so if you look around you right now, is that a good reflection of who you are? Are you participating in this world? Have you set up camp in this world? Do you like what you see? Right? That goes to here too. So living our truth and appreciating. Are you in a place where you're appreciating what you've created in this world? Right? Are you comfortable? This has been a hard one for me in this lifetime. I've always loved life. I've always enjoyed people and learning and whatever else comes with this planet, right? But actually feeling super comfortable here, I'm still working on it. And so that goes along with these two things. Our path of least resistance, our meandering, our freedom. Do you feel free in your life? Do you feel free? Or do you at least feel like what you do is serving you? Like say you do go to a day job. It's not necessarily your ultimate dream, but it's serving you and that it's helping you pay your bills. It's helping you feel connected to society. It's helping you fill in the blank, right? Can you see it as a positive thing, even if your life right now isn't exactly what you would choose if you were unconditionally wealthy, which you are? So you can ask yourself these questions, like these are things you can do to help you connect more with unconditional wealth. How have I managed what I've already been given? How have I managed what I've already been given? How can I optimize for my own truth and happiness what is already in front of me? And now there's no need to get overwhelmed by that. If it's like, oh my God, I would change everything. One little thing at a time, right? One little thing at a time. What can you do today? I just bought new plates, just a couple. I didn't replace my whole plate set. I bought 3 like snack dessert plates. And I've been using them exclusively pretty much since I got them. But that is something I did to bring more truth to my life. I bought some new snack plates because they were really, really pretty and I love them so much and they make me happier and they are more my truth than my other plates. But I didn't like wipe everything out, throw anything away. I just bought a couple and I could have bought one, to be honest. But I like having the option of not washing things every day. So little things, one thing at a time to make your life better, to make it more you. And it doesn't have to be perfect. And it can take all year to do one thing if you want, right? But let's really feel into unconditional wealth some more, because doesn't it feel so good? Doesn't the idea of unconditional wealth feel amazing? It does for me. It feels comforting. It feels like worthiness. It feels like summer break as a kid. It feels just like I'm going to go to the beach now. I'm going to have a snack now. I'm going to watch cartoons now. I'm going to, you know what I mean? Like getting to decide whatever you want to do, which are these things here. So bringing that lightness back, bringing that joy back, bringing that idea of, freedom back. Because when you're a kid, I mean, I know a lot of us wanted to be adults. I wish I was an adult so I could decide what I ate for dinner, right? We had some limitations as kids. But for the most part, we weren't so focused on the limitations, right? I was focused on what can I do right now that's in my control. Like I can go outside, I can play with the doll, I can whatever, draw, watch TV. Like I was excited by my options and I just chose what I could. I wasn't so focused on the limitations. And that is something we can do now. So even if we are limited by money, by our time, we can still focus on what we do have access to in the moment. And that goes back to appreciation. Appreciate the options that you have right now. Make the most of them, and things will get better. Things will turn around. More opportunities will come your way. Okay. So let's see. I have a comment from Courage Spirit Meditation for Life. I think I know who you are. Hello. Yes, I notice feeling big responsibility kind of feeling. If I ask what I'm doing with what I have now, like a little guilt from somewhere. Interesting. Big responsibility. Well, those are things that you can love away. So my approach to negative feelings or intrusive thoughts or, stuff that's like really normal, everyday limiting beliefs, whatever, being confronted with things I don't like, I just try to love them away. I hold them. Okay, yeah, that's a bad, scary thought that I just had, but I love you. I love it. You're like, everything's going to be okay. Right? Big responsibility if you have a lot of money. Okay, I love you. I love that. I love that I feel that way. I love that I care so much about people that I feel a responsibility for them. I love the heart that I have, right? So we can love and empower the parts of us that are a little insecure or that don't know, or are unsure. And same thing with the guilt. It's commendable that I feel guilt because I want everyone to have this opportunity. I don't want my partner to feel left out, whatever it happens to be, right? I love myself. I love it. I love, 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 love. Love the judgments so they dissolve. Okay. And Jane says, feels like a big, colorful fountain inside of me. I love that. Yeah. I could relate to that. A big color. Yeah. Paint the world, right? Paint your life with you. How does your life look with you in it? That is grounding. So Guillaume's asking how to achieve unconditional wealth with ease. That is what we're talking about, right? We're talking about making your surroundings, your desk, your walls look like you, right? And within your current limitations and appreciating the current options that you have. And if you don't have a lot of options right now, then you can imagine them, right? You can use your mind. I remember I've told you this story before, but the company I used to work for, I was feeling pretty burnt out by the end of it. Even though I love the people, I love the work, there wasn't anything about the company. I just was feeling like this wasn't really me. This wasn't going to work out. And so I would imagine that I was walking into my own company. Every time I walked through the door of my job where I had to go punch in, nope, that was my company. These were my employees, and we were making quilts. It was my quilt factory. And so it was playful. I didn't tell anyone about it. I didn't make a big deal about it. I wasn't smug about it. I just did that for me so I could feel better. And then when I quit that job, eventually I started my candle company, and I was self-supported for a long time. So your mind is powerful, and if you don't have the physical ability to change your outer world, which really, like, we should be changing the inner world first anyway, then you can use your mind. So more from Courage Spirit. Feeling into it feels much better. Perhaps the thinking, planning, reflecting, managing is not where it's best for me to dwell. Yeah, well, if you think about it, thinking, planning, reflecting, managing is the mind's work. It's It's the computer calculator part of you, right? And it can be fun up to a point, right? It's fun to think, oh, what house would I buy? Or where would I want to live? Or, you know, where do I want to travel if I have more money? But then eventually, if you focus on the limitation part of it, like, oh, well, I can't do that, or I don't have the funds to do that, then it becomes a downer, right? And that's not fun. And that doesn't help you. So yeah, completely understand and enjoy living away the uncomfortable parts. Loving away. Yes. Yeah, that is our ability. We have an ability to love ourselves. We have an ability to appreciate. We have an ability to live our truth. I'm pointing and you can't see. Right? We need to focus on what we can do more than we focus on what we can't do. Because if those are equal, we don't go anywhere. If what we focus on is more about limitation, then we don't go anywhere, right? So we got to flip over into more optimism, more connection, more love, more appreciation than not, in order to see change and movement. Right? And if you want help with this, reach out to someone like me. I'm a coach. I'm an alignment coach, which means I help people live their truth. That is what I do. And when you live your truth more good things come to you, including unconditional wealth. Right? When we break apart the judgments that hold us back, then life flows easier, because wealth can come from anywhere, and joy can come from anywhere, and support can come from anywhere. But a lot of people are so rigid in where they want things to come from. I want this particular support to come from my partner. I want this particular money to come from my business. I want this particular, right? But when we break all of that apart by love and appreciation and truth and grounding, there's more flow and ease. And that way, what we want can come to us from any number of places. And it's a lot more fun too, because you're like, where is this wonderful thing going to come from today? I don't know. But it will show up for you. So feel free to reach out to me if you're interested in coaching or in joining our group coaching. It's always funny when Carrie's not here and I talk for so long, which I love to do. But I kind of feel like I'm lecturing you all. So is there anything that you would like to specifically know? Let me know. Otherwise, let's try to sit in this feeling for a while. So get that feeling of unconditional wealth back. Unconditional wealth. You know, when you are feeling limited, doesn't it feel more urgent? Doesn't it feel like, oh God, in order to be happy, I have to have these things. I have to get a better house, got to have a better yard. I have to have better access to fill in the blank. But really, when you go into the vibration of unconditional wealth, it feels calm. It feels steady. Like, you know, you're supported fully right now. Nothing needs to change for you in order to feel good. And that is the power of vibration. Nothing needs to change for you to feel good. Yet, if you keep feeling that vibration, everything will change. Everything will change. So, feeling this feeling is the answer to your question, Guillaume. Achieve unconditional wealth with ease. Feel it. Connect with it. And then you'll be inspired to the rest of the steps. So good. So I found what unconditional wealth looks and feels like to me with my intuitive art drawing. All of you are capable of doing your own drawing. Just ask, what does unconditional wealth look or feel like to me, and make your drawing. And if you've never done intuitive art this way before, then go to intuitiveart.com and get your free class. And if you want to show it to us, or you want help decoding it, any of you, go to our Intuitive Art Academy group on Facebook and put your picture in there, and we'll help you decode. And then this is our Intuitive Art Oracle deck, which is also available on intuitiveart.com. And I love it because it's so fast and it's not messy. Oh, hi, baby. So there's kind of like a little joke in my house, like baby is all about money. Like baby is all about wealth and ease. And she's always making investments and buying things. And so I love that she came out for this live stream. What do you think about it, baby? She's into it. You like unconditional wealth? She does. Okay, my friends. Well, thank you so much for being here with me. Let me know what you think of this topic, if you want us to talk about it more. And, if you sign up to become a certified intuitive artist right now, you get aligned income for a limited time. So our course about accessing unconditional wealth, aligned income, is yours if you join our certification. So intuitiveart.com/certification, you get both programs. So lots and lots of love. Thank you, Guillaume, for saying hi. She says hi back. We will talk to you next week, and have a great week. Have a great weekend. Love you guys. Bye.